Welcome, welcome. My name is Linda Lowen and I am the host of 4 Minute Friday. During the next 4 minutes, I will explore what I think is an interesting topic. It could be a thought, an idea, a new invention, or something about new technology. I could be talking about life, our community, the world, or the future. Whatever the topic, my hope is it will give us something to think about and perhaps start a conversation. This is 4 Minute Friday, and the 4 minutes starts right now.
These times, they are a-changing. Recently, I have become fascinated with the idea of construction using 3D printers. Now, I'm not talking 3D printers to make some sort of tool or even some sort of toy. I'm talking about 3D printers for the construction of houses. The whole process is so fascinating to me. I had the pleasure of talking with Ed McNabb of 3D PHC, a company in Calgary that is planning to 3D print homes in the near future. So why would I be fascinated with that? Well, I've recently written a book, A Greener Earth, which has not yet been released but will be soon. And that focuses on ways we can live a more sustainable life. And that's everything from recycling, reducing, reusing, composting. But then I thought, on a grander scale, if we started constructing homes using 3D printers, that would have a minimal impact, or certainly a lesser impact, on the planet than normal construction. You might say, how do you figure that? Well, I actually looked at some of the benefits and it all makes sense. There would be less waste and also less material costs. So you're not going to be using more material than is required. You're only using what is required to print the walls, for example. To build a 3D house takes less time with greater accuracy. Now, you will need an operator to operate the 3D printer, and you will still need the tradespeople to put in the plumbing and the electrical and such. But in creating the walls themselves and the way they're designed, that will take the operator of the 3D printer. Now, speaking of design, the other benefit is that a 3D printer is not limited with shape. Structurally, we cannot easily create curved walls from wood, but we can easily 3D print curved walls, which I think is really amazing. There would be the ease in putting in the plumbing and the electricity because the conduits are already printed within the design. I would note this building would be perhaps even more durable and would require less maintenance. The R factor is significantly higher in the material that 3D prints the walls, but also with all the gaps and spaces where it is not printed, those are spaces in which you could add some sort of insulating material, which would make it even higher. So I thought, wow, then that means that in spite of our cold winters in Canada, even in the furthest of the northern communities, that this is a viable option. There are a few companies around the world who have 3D printers that are big enough to build 3D houses. SQ4D built a 1,900 square foot home in the US, and it took 48 hours of print time over 8 days. Icon was the first company to be awarded a construction permit to 3D print a home. The company in Italy called WASP that developed Big Delta is currently the largest concrete printer. Recently, WASP has partnered with Tekla to create circular homes using earthen materials that come from the surrounding areas in which the building is printed. Pretty sustainable in my opinion. Denmark company Cobod has the BOD 2, which was the first 3D printer to create a 2-story building. All these technologies are amazing. The future of affordable housing looks promising indeed. Can you imagine if we could blend 3D printing of homes with sustainable building materials I would call that a big win for planet Earth. What are your thoughts?
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode of 4 Minute Friday. Please leave a comment below or subscribe to the channel. Until next week, this is Linda Lowen signing off. Have a great weekend.